All right, so moving to our first accreditation in the category of newborn posed. So I'll give our judges a moment to view the overall gallery. And when you're ready, please submit an overall score. And with scores of accepted, accepted, and accepted, this submission will overall be accepted. Congratulations to this maker for achieving accreditation in this category. And moving to our next maker, also in the category of newborn posed. So I did want to point out to our judges for the submission, we do have SOOCs present. And I can show those to you now. It appears this maker submitted their SOOCs for every image.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm going to assume this is an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Can anyone tell if there's a spotter for this image from the SOC?
It is really hard to tell.
Like, I can't really, is this a
Yeah.
shoe? Even so, that would leave a standing person. Okay.
Yeah.
So typically we're hoping to see here, and I think we'll see it in future makers, is that we have spotters close by when we have babies in props, especially, or for any posing for which there is a safety risk. Okay, I will let our judges enter their scores. All right, and with 3 scores of not accepted, this accreditation will not be accepted overall. Lisa, are there more than 5 or less than 5 images that you'd like?
Less than 5.
Okay, which numbers?
I'm specifically on the last one. I think that's number 12.
Yeah, okay. And let's go to Katie.
Hi.
Are there more than 5 images or less?
I picked out 2 images,
Yep.
number 12 and number 9.
9. Okay, thank you. And Alicia?
Just number 1 and number 12 for me.
1 and 12. Okay, so we will look at numbers 1, 9, and 12. So we'll head into number 1 now, and I'll give you a moment and you can enter your scores.
Oh, next.
Okay, and with scores of accepted, not accepted, and not accepted, this image currently will not be accepted. All right, and without a challenge, this image will not be accepted. And so we'll move to image number 9. And I'll let our judges submit scores now. And with 2 scores of accepted, 1 score of not accepted, this image will currently be accepted. Okay, and without a challenge, this image is accepted. And we will move to our last image, image number 12. And our judges can enter scores now. And with 3 scores of not accepted, this image will not be accepted. Okay. Let's hear from Lisa, please, regarding this image, a little bit of critique for the maker.
Awesome. I specifically did not accept this image because of the SOC that was shared, and I did not see hands on the baby. I think that safety's paramount in our sessions, especially with prop posing, and this is such a precarious position where baby could tumble over to the side, and I didn't see anybody close to that baby. It looked like there possibly could have been an outline of a shoe, but I need to be crystal clear that that baby is safe 100%.
Agreed. All right. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so this submission overall will not be accepted. However, 10 of 12 images are accepted, which is exceptional for this maker. Thank you for submitting, and we do hope we'll see you back with 2 images. We would definitely encourage you to do so. Today, I think we have 6 of our 11 submissions are resubmissions, so it is quite normal that we don't make it through on our first try, and we always welcome our makers back and look forward to seeing your growth. All right, and let's head to Alicia, please, for feedback for this maker.
This is a lovely image, but we have some uplighting happening with our light. We can see the highlight is on the bottom of the nose there, which causes that shadow on the right side of the face up by the eye. And that's what's holding this image back.
All right, thank you very much. All right, moving on to our next maker, maker number 3. And this accreditation is in the category of family and baby. So I'll let you view the gallery for a moment. All right, and with scores of accepted, not accepted, and accepted, currently the overall submission would not be accepted. So Katie, are there more than or less than 5 images?
Less, there's just 1.
Okay, and image number?
The last one.
Image number 12. Okay, so we will individually score image number 12 now. All right, has everyone had a chance to enter a score?
Yes.
For some reason, it's not populating for me. So can you all please press saved one more time on your scores?
Mhm.
Okay, and did each of you get the red capitalized saved prompt after saving your score?
Yes.
Yep.
Interesting. All right, perhaps, oh, there it is. Okay. And with 2 scores of not accepted and 1 score of accepted, the image is currently not accepted. Okay, and without a challenge, this image will not be accepted. Let's head to Katie, please, for feedback for this maker.
Hi. The one thing that absolutely pulled this image down was the crop. And
Mm.
if that crop was just changed, if they'd shot lower down to get in them, all their arms and the hands, it would have been accepted for me.
Yep, that's good. Okay. So returning to this gallery, currently today, this submission will not be accepted. However, congratulations to this maker. 11 of 12 images accepted today. A huge feat. And we really do hope that you will come back and submit with one more image in a future round. We would love to see you come back and achieve accreditation in this category. The image will be an image of your choosing, so no requirements. So we really do hope to see you back. Right. All right, and heading on to maker number 5 in the category of sitters. All right. And if our judges can please enter your scores. And with 3 scores of accepted, this submission will be accepted overall. Congratulations to this maker on attaining accreditation in the sitter category. It's well done. Very good cohesion in this submission, obviously, and yeah, some very, very sweet imagery. Okay. Our next submission is in the category of newborn posed, and this will be a resubmission. And so we are currently looking at 2 images only. So we will be judging for image number 2 and image number 9. So judges, if you can, I just want to ensure that the SOOCs are not for our new images. No. Okay. All right. All right, and with 3 scores of accepted, these 2 images will now be accepted in this submission. Congratulations to this maker for achieving accreditation in the newborn post category. Well done. And thank you for coming back. Okay, looking at our next maker, maker number 7. This will be newborn as well, but in the style of the in-home lifestyle. I believe this also is a resubmission of images. And so we are currently evaluating images number 1, image number 2, image number 6, and image number 11. I will give our judges a moment to enter scores. And can our judges please just click your saved prompt again? All right, we have 2 scores of accepted and 1 score of not accepted. Alicia, can you let me know which images you would like to review?
It's just the one image. It's number 6.
Okay, no problem. All right, we'll head into image number 6. And looking for our judge scores. All right, and we have 2 scores of accepted and 1 score of not accepted on this image currently. All right, and without a challenge, this image will be accepted. And so congratulations to this maker on achieving accreditation in the in-home lifestyle newborn category. We don't see these ones come through very often, so it's really exciting, and congratulations to the maker. Glad to see one of these accreditations make it through. All right, moving on to maker number 9. This accreditation is in the category of maternity. All right, so the judges had a discussion prior to the formalized accreditation judging event. Our judges do have access to our submissions to review for recusals about a week, and for review of images about a week prior to the live judging event that we host and record. And so we did have a commentary come in regarding a disqualification for this submission due to the fact that we have numerous images from single sessions that have been submitted. So for example, images number 2, 4, 5, and 6 all appear to have come from a single session, as well as images number 7 and 12, and possibly 3, although it's difficult to say, from a single session. So we do require models from different sessions for these accreditation submissions. So for that reason, this submission has been disqualified, although we did have a discussion amongst ourselves that we would like to move forward with judging of the remainder of the images, which all judges unanimously agreed would pass accreditation. And so for the time being, images numbers 1, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 will pass accreditation, and we will need resubmission for numbers 2, 4, 5, and 7, just to meet the criteria of different models. So we will not formally score here live, but those scores will be adjusted in the back end for this maker. And we will need a resubmission of just those 4 images, please, as we all feel that obviously this maker has quite a bit of skill in this area and is appropriate for accreditation. So we would welcome you to resubmit. Okay, and we will move to our next maker. All right, so we will look now at maker number 10 in the category of newborn posed. This will be a resubmission of images. So we are looking only at images numbers 7 and 11 for this judging. Perfect, thank you. And with scores of accepted across the board, this submission for newborn posed will be accepted for accreditation. Congratulations to this maker. All right, so looking at maker number 11 next in the category of newborn posed. And again, this will be a resubmission of imagery. And for this submission, we're looking at images number 11 and 12 only. And these are our prop submissions. And I believe there are SOOCs, so we will view those now. Okay. All right, and with 3 scores of accepted, this submission will be accepted. So congratulations to this maker on their acceptance in the category of newborn posed for accreditation. I did want to have a little discussion around the SOCs that we have here. So we're so thankful that you did send them in for these poses as requested. And we love to see that we have, someone there to help stabilize. One of the things I think that is worth a discussion about is the potential that this person may be in a squat or a crouch position next to babe here. And how do you guys all feel about that as like judges and with experience working with newborns?
I think that it's great to have the spotter. I mean, it's imperative to have a spotter, especially in our prop posing, but making sure that we are utilizing our spotters to be the safest possible and instructing them when they're just squatting, and I mean, they could stumble over. It's not really the most secure for baby. So I think in the future, when this maker is advising their spotter, is to give them the instructions of getting down low, getting on their knees, being really stable so they can provide that support for the baby.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. We love to see that someone's in place here. You know, that's like Elisa had said, imperative for these poses that we have people close by. And yeah, it's too hard to say definitively because we're only seeing like what might appear to be like shin knee area on this spotter, but maybe not. Maybe it's, you know, something else in the background and this person is in fact kneeling. But yeah, I think everything that you've said is really valid, that we need to make sure someone's in a very supportive position here. So not to take anything away from this maker, congratulations on achieving your accreditation. And we're very, very happy that you've come back and resubmitted here today. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the judgings for this round of accreditation. And I did want to thank our judges for being with us today. I think, Lisa, you've done the accreditations before, I believe, in a couple of times. I thought that was your knee. It's a microphone. Oh my gosh.
No, it's like,
It's so funny. I thought
I
you
am
said-
flexible. Like,
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, so you've been with us before and you've seen the process, and I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like our submissions are getting a little bit stronger each time that we're going through. We're seeing a greater number of submissions that are accepted for accreditation, and also a greater number of resubmissions coming through. So in this round, I think we would have had 11 submissions total, of which 6 of those were resubmissions. And it's always so interesting to see the growth in our makers when they come back and you see those new images and some evolution of style sometimes, and also in skill, technical skill, being able to see the growth. So how did you guys find your experience of accreditation judging this round?
I think that the caliber of the makers is really like incredible. It's so exciting to watch. Because I was judging some of those ones that came back in. And so to see them come back and see the progression was really cool. And I think like we've got to give them a round of applause, because it can be jarring, can be really humbling when you don't get the result that you're looking for, but to having that strength and that fortitude to come back and put yourself up for the judging submission again, and to see so many go through, I think that, you know, it's a real testament to their growth and their belief in themselves. So I have to commend them for that.
Yeah. I know I've told this story before, but in the past, like I think it was our first round of accreditation we ever hosted, I threw a couple of submissions in that were my own work. And they were work from, you know, 5 or 6 years prior that I thought I was emotionally detached from, that I had just, you know, like thrown a couple things together and put it in. And one of them didn't pass. And I remember the emotional feeling of that, even though the work was older. It was hard. It was a really hard thing to hear. It was hard to receive the critique. It was hard to be critiqued in that way. And yeah, like I know obviously the feeling of what that feels like to be judged and to be found, you know, something's wanting, right? And I remember disagreeing with the commentary at the time, thinking like, oh, I don't agree with this and that. I took a break and I went back and looked and I was like, yeah, no, those were all valid comments. So it can be a really, like you said, humbling experience, but hopefully I think it's a testament to our membership, how many resubmissions we're getting, to see that we have membership that is resilient, right? And interested in their own growth and their own development, to be able to step past that emotional barrier of their attachment to their own work, and just be able to see it with that critical eye and to listen to the commentary of our judges. I think everyone should really be commended on that. Katie, how did you enjoy? I know this was your first time judging for us for.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous at first, but no, it was lovely. Every image was just absolutely beautiful. All the newborns all relaxed, and the family were just so lovable, and maternity it was just really nice to just sit and look at some really beautiful images.
Yeah. Were there any submissions that stood out for you that you thought were particularly, for whatever reason, you connected to?
I wouldn't say there was particular ones. So many for different reasons. I love the lifestyle because it's not something I normally, because I do posed, and it's so different to see something that's different and refreshing, and that was kind of, oh, this is cool. And the maternity ones, I thought they were really, really, really well done.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think actually that might be, I could be wrong. So, if someone else has achieved the in-home lifestyle accreditation, please forgive me. I've been here a while, so I don't really remember every single accreditation, but it is probably one of the only, if not the first, lifestyle in-home newborn accreditation to pass here at APNPI. And I feel like that a little subset of newborn photography doesn't get the attention that it deserves all the time. I think that there's a lot more of the newborn posed out there, a lot more popular style of maybe photography, but the value in that lifestyle work is just incredible. I think now, having had a recent event happen in our family that has caused us to go back and review thousands of images from a lifetime, it's really interesting to pick out the images that you connect the most with. And for the most part, they happen to be things that are unposed. I think that's where the real stories lie sometimes, where you're going to get those true emotions, those true connections, and you really see the character of the subjects come through in their own environment, interacting in a normalized way. And I think it can be so beautiful to document that. So for anyone who specifically only does newborn posed, I would encourage you, if you've been doing it for a while and you're feeling that little bit of monotony or slump, maybe challenge yourself. It doesn't need to be something that you are doing, particularly for portfolio building, but maybe do a model session and get out there and see what that's like. And I always find it interesting to throw yourself into a new challenge, something that you're not comfortable with, something that you don't have experience with, and something that can force you to grow in a new way. They say change can be as good as a break. So if you're ever feeling bored or, like you've hit that kind of monotony of, I know what I'm doing, I have a formula, I follow it, it's always the same, maybe just get out there and do something different. And this could be one of those things that still fits inside of our wheelhouse and can expand your offerings. And in particular, I find that lifestyle tends to be very safe. We're not, we're usually going with the natural flow and natural handling of newborns. And so I think it's a really nice area to explore and expand in our offerings for sure. Alicia, how was your experience today?
I enjoyed it as well. It's always nice to see such a great arrangement of images and different genres and whatever. And, the style in which everybody photographs is so different. So it's refreshing to see that. And it's nice to see the growth in between images for those that resubmitted and they may have done so multiple times. It's nice to be able to see that they're still pushing to do that and grow themselves. So it's beautiful. I absolutely love the sitter images on the bright white. Was beautiful.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's such a clean aesthetic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, as a very vibrant, colorful photographer, it that still stands out to me as, you know, nice and classic. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head there with classic. It's one of those
Yeah.
things that, you know, those images, they're never going out of style. They'll fit any
Mhm.
decor. You can present in black and white or in color, really.
Right.
A very versatile imagery, that submission for sure.
Yeah.
Easy to incorporate, you know, in a wall portrait or to put
And
together.
very cohesive, like
Yeah, very
each
cohesive.
session, you know, matched each other perfectly. So
Yeah.
it's nice to
Easy
see.
album building too. Like if you were to
Definitely.
sell albums to your clients, you can pair almost, you know, sometimes when we're doing more styled or colorful work, you're going to try to pair things that have good color harmony together and stay away from pairings that wouldn't necessarily provide that. But like in terms of like, if even throughout a session, if you stayed to, you know, that clean aesthetic, it's very easy to pick any images from any of the poses or parts of that session and pair them together, and they're gonna go
Great.
well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, things to think about, right? We're always learning something, even as judges on this end. I love
Mhm.
these observations. Always interesting to hear what people connected to and just get your input as well. We so appreciate your participation today. Obviously, we can't run these events without you, the judges, and your critical eye and all of the experience that you have behind you, the processes that you've been through in your careers, you know, lend so well to why you were chosen to judge for these events. So we thank you for your time today and hope you'll rejoin us in the future. You were all great judges. It was a very easy round, I think, of judging for us and just relaxing and a nice event to put together. So thank you all. And thank you in particular to our makers as well, because obviously we don't have anything to judge if you're not submitting. And again, so many of you here for resubmissions, huge congratulations for those of you that made it through. For those that didn't, it appeared in this round anyway, that there were, you know, very few images, 1, 2 for a disqualification, 4. So very, very, you know, few images not passing, meaning the bulk of your work has passed for accreditation already. So highly would encourage you to return again and gain those accreditations maybe in our next round that happens in the fall. Thank you all for your time today. Bye.
Bye.